The People Under the Stars. Director Wes Craven's horror comedy The People Under the Stars addressed many of the horror fans' anxieties that we are looking for. If Jordan Peele's social satire Get Out is your preferred flavour of horror, wait until you see this one.
Sits in a room all day, sewing dolls. Children misbehaving in the basement.
Mummy, starring Wendy Robbie and Daddy Everett McGill, run their evil household in a hellish vision of white conservatism, where God's love has abandoned the suburbs and slum landlords have darker secrets other than financial exploitation. Craven stuffs the house with plenty of practical effects and a tone that adds a silly bit of splatter to the great David Lynch, like its Twin Peaks leads.
It is happening again.
It smells like something burning! And Sarah?
The young fool, Brandon Adams, has to cut through their haunted house and endless cruelties, which makes for the film that alternates between realistically discordant and funny. An anti-capitalist explosion with plenty of cannibals, traps, and creepiness. The People Under the Stairs is one of Craven's best.
I ain't going in there, man. There's something about that place. No room. Baño. Run, fool! Get what he called me.
He called you a fool.
He's a fool!
Only good fool's a dead one.
Cube. Want to impress your friends at Halloween? Start the movie party with a 90s movie that has no discernible villain, takes place in an unspecified galaxy, and builds its nervous thrills out of solving math equations.
Levin, what do you do in school? Math.
Prime numbers. I can't believe I didn't see it before.
See what?
So that room is safe.
Wait. How can you make that assumption based on one prime number trap?
I'm not. The incinerator thing was prime.
And yet, Vincenzo Natali's 1997 directorial debut, Cube, is an eerie sci-fi horror delight, offering paranoia and select gore as a random group of people try to survive the deadly jungle gym in which they've been placed. Predating the torture of Saw, Cube gets its thrills out of unpredictable plotting, with some rooms proving to have more deadlier surprises than the others. The existential terror of there possibly not being an exit to the cube is just the beginning. Probably all three movies are now streaming on Netflix, including the larger-scale 2002 sequel Cube 2, Hypercube, and the 2004 prequel Cube Zero. The Company of Wolves. Adapted from several stories in Angela Carter's marvellous The Bloody Chamber, The Company of Wolves is blood-soaked and beautiful. The film turns stories like Little Red Riding Hood inside out to reveal them as tales of female sexual maturity and fear.
I'll show you I'm not afraid of the wolves or the limb. I'll make a bet with you. I bet you anything you like that I get to your granny's house before you do. Give me a kiss. Here, take my hat as a token of goodwill. Wear it until we meet again.
Pointing the way to the feminist werewolf cult favourite, The Company of Wolves, is charming and trembles with ghostly forests and menstrual reds. The worst wolves are hairy on the inside, so says a grandmother to her granddaughter, giving a cryptic warning from writer Neil Jordan in The Company of Wolves. This movie has all the components to sit still for a moment and creates the feeling of listening to a dark tale by a crackling fire. The Black Coat's Daughter. Directed by Oz Perkins, The Black Coat's Daughter is a supernatural psychological horror that requires an inquisitive eye and 93 minutes of patience to receive the maximum payoff. On a visceral level, Emma Roberts and Lucy Boynton's performances make the experience worthwhile, but it's Kernan Shipka who dominates, with her off-kilter demeanour and wild-eyed transformation into a boarding school outcast gone mad.
Yes, ma'am?
Is there something wrong?
No, ma'am.
In that case...
Dear Lord, thank you for this meal that you have placed in front of us that...
As a whole, The Black Coat's Daughter shows restraint when one might expect excessive horror. Perkins maintains a specific mood and allows his female leads to build upon that vibe and flourish. With the camera keeping them in centre frame, his approach is at once refreshing and respectful of viewers who really commit. If you briefly look away, the most shocking moments could easily be missed. So subscribe, ring that bell and stay tuned. Until next time.